Welcome to a quick sharp review of Go Tanabe's manga adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness. This is the deluxe edition, so the hardcover with both of the books included. I'm going to be talking a bit about the structure of this physical release, about the story itself, and lastly, what music I'd recommend listening to when you're reading it. So this physical release binds up two paperbacks that were released covering the whole story of H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness, adapted by Go Tanabe. So they're calling it the Deluxe Edition. This is from Dark Horse, who's previously made the Berserk Deluxe Editions. And it's around the same size as that. I haven't actually got it next to me for reference, but it's pretty much the same height and width. This is a hardcover with more of a hard spine as opposed to the leathery sort of one that the Berserks have. And interestingly, I've never seen this on a manga release before. Silver reflective material all across the border of the pages, which looks amazing. This whole book is just like phenomenally beautiful. I don't think I've had any manga release as nice as this one. It's got a nice page keeper here, so similar to the Berserk Deluxes. This one is this sort of translucent silver, keeping with the theme of the silver pages here. I don't know if you can see, but each of these pages has this silver lining. Sometimes you see this on old books, but I've never seen it on a manga release, and I think it's a really cool effect. I think you can see there, just as I'm turning it there, each of these pages has this silver reflective material. So cool. And the quality inside is really nice as well. Amazing artwork, obviously. Go Tanabe, the master of the Lovecraft adaptations. So this is nice thick paper at the front. This is a nice thick one. This is also thick, probably the same type of paper. Coming here, beautiful color page. So now this is getting into the same type of paper that we've got throughout it, which is still thick, not as thick as these two big meaty ones. Nice color artwork, and some background around the story. Again, some color stuff. I think those are all the color pages, unless there's some at the end. No. And then at the back, there's this nice interview with Go Tanabe, with the translator of the work. You don't usually hear much from the translators of these. And then the back, which it's also nice artwork. So looking at just the standard paper of this, extremely good, extremely good. Look, you can't really see there's barely any bleed through at all there. It's really nice quality paper. The blacks are really popping on this. This is probably one of my favourite physical releases ever. I'll say it. Dark Horse has really upped their game with this one. I thought they couldn't get better after the Berserks, and this is just unreal. So, At the Mountains of Madness, an adaptation of an old Lovecraft story. I'm a big fan of Lovecraft. At the Mountains of Madness isn't my favourite of his stories. It's one of his longer ones. It's a bit meandering, like some of his stories are. I do think that this is probably the best adaptation of it, and I think if you're going to experience it for the first time, then this would be the way to do it. The dialogue is much more natural than I remember reading it. There's less padding out of descriptions that Lovecraft often does, and you don't get all of his really weird verbose language that just makes the book hard to read. And obviously, the amazing artwork that is throughout this whole thing. Just really, really cool stuff. I don't want to go too far into it because I don't want to spoil it. I mean, it's a very, very old story. But essentially, the main plot line is some explorers who are going into the Arctic to discover lost civilizations that may have been there before, and try to find evidence that there was other life than just penguins and polar bears, etc. So, and then they find things that they weren't expecting to find. So it's sort of like the idea the same sort of central idea in Alien, I guess. There's a lot of ideas that you can see, lots of DNA from the Mountains of Madness in lots of contemporary media. Alien, The Thing, more that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but basically anything where you think a bunch of explorers go into an uncharted territory and end up finding something they shouldn't, and then going a bit mad from that, and coming into danger. That's sort of a lot of it comes from this. It's a very old story. I think definitely worth experiencing if you haven't before. But yeah, in terms of the Lovecraft stories, it's not my favourite, but 100% I think you should get this book. If you're a manga collector, if you're a Lovecraft fan, if you like horror, classic literature, I think anybody would enjoy this. Even just having it on the shelf is just so nice to have. Just a really, really, really nice release. In terms of what I recommend listening to, I think any sort of Arkham Horror type of playlist is good. I listened to one that was sort of specifically for the Arkham Horror game that is associated with the story. So I think The Edge of the Earth is the one that is sort of like a sequel to the original story the Arkham Horror guys did. I sort of listened to that, so it's got a bit of that sort of chilling Antarctic theme, and mostly just sort of suspenseful music. This artwork's just so good, man. Let me know what you think, and I'm hoping that they're going to do some more of these deluxe editions of the other Lovecraft books that Go Tanabe has done. They are available. I haven't actually had a look at them. I'm kind of hoping that they're going to do a deluxe so I can pick that up instead. Hopefully combining a few of the different stories they've got. I think they've got Call of Cthulhu. They've got The Hound and Other Stories. They've got The Shadow over Innsmouth. I like all the Innsmouth and the Cthulhu stories a bit more. So really hoping they that this sells well and they pick up more. Yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, thanks, bye.